Hello, everyone. Welcome to our series, Taking Care of the Caregiver. I am your host, Batia Lampel. I was motivated to put this series together out of my experience as a caregiver of a dear family member who has a mental disorder. I know firsthand how all-encompassing that experience can be. As caregivers, we need tools, support, and inspiration in order to build our resilience and to reduce our stress levels. Today is the first presentation in the series, and Mary McCarthy is our presenter. Mary is an author, a singer, and the founder of the Journaling Therapy Guide at Create Right Now. Today, her topic is journaling, the ultimate self-care tool for caregivers. She'll be talking about the whats and whys of self-care journaling. Welcome, Mary.
Thank you, Batia, and thank you very much for inviting me. Today, my presentation is going to be about journaling, of course, why it's important for the caregiver, how to get started journaling, and how to overcome common obstacles, and how to keep going in your journaling for the health of it practice. I have seen firsthand in my own life and in the lives of many others how journaling improves mental, physical, and emotional health. It gives you an outlet for your emotions. It empowers you to overcome challenges, and it lets you be your best self. I discovered journaling when I was diagnosed with MS. I had been a go career woman for a long, long time, running at top speed with a demanding schedule. And all of a sudden, I got sick. I began journaling, and I transformed my life. I started writing 3 pages of stream of consciousness thoughts in my journal every morning when I awakened. Through this practice alone, I got to know myself like I never had before, both inside and out. I renewed my physical and my mental health. I learned how to write with my left hand and regain most of the function now on the right side of my body. But most importantly, I made caring for myself a necessity and a priority, not a luxury. I started treating myself with love, with respect, and compassion. Now I know that journaling is the most important part of my self-care, and it will be for you too. So what is journaling? Journaling is a simple action that leads to powerful results. It is just putting pen to paper and writing honestly. That's it. There is no right or wrong way to journal, and you can adapt it to your personality and to your needs. You don't need to think of yourself as a writer to be a journaler. Anyone can journal. There are no prerequisites, no grades. No one will judge you or your spelling or your penmanship or the occasional foul language, or in my case, a lot of foul language. Journaling is for you and only you, so you get to decide how to use it. Here are just a few examples of the many ways you can incorporate journaling into your life. 1, every morning as you drink your coffee, you write down all your thoughts, worries, and stresses. You let the words flow until you run out of things to say. 2, you can keep a gratitude journal, adding short entries as they come to mind during the day. You record what you're thankful for. You count your blessings. You reflect on what brings you joy or comfort, big or small. 3, when you start to worry about finances, you write in your journal about your stresses. You write about the money challenges you're facing. You brainstorm solutions and support systems to help you. You set goals for future financial freedom. 4, you turn to your journal when you're about to explode from frustration or anger or sadness. You vent about things you hate but can't change. You write things you don't want to say out loud to another person. You cry, swear, rage, to process an argument or situation that's bothering you. And 5, you can use your journal for a few minutes before you go to bed at night. You can talk about the highs and lows of your day. You can celebrate small victories. You ask questions you don't know the answers to yet. You offer words of encouragement for tomorrow. When you journal, you explore who you are. You uncover what you want and need. You release stress, anger, fear, shame, and all the emotions that weigh you down. You identify and cultivate your gifts, your talents, your strengths. So how does journaling help you as a caregiver? As a caregiver, you give your time and energy to meet the needs of someone you love. While this is fulfilling in many ways, it can also leave you feeling depleted and burnt out. It's essential that you also make time for your own self-care. This is not selfish or indulgent. This is necessary for your well-being and the well-being of those who depend on you. Think about the last time you were on an airplane. During the safety demonstration, the flight attendant reminded you that in case of emergency, you must put your own oxygen mask on before helping someone else. It's the same when you are a caregiver. The only way you can help others is by taking care of your own needs first. When you neglect your own self-care, you put yourself at risk for stress, exhaustion, depression, or other illnesses. But when you make self-care a priority, you're healthier, happier, and more present as an individual and as a caregiver. Making time for journaling is an enormously important piece of your self-care regimen. Research shows that journaling helps manage stress, anxiety, and depression, to sleep better, to boost your immune system and fight illness, to lower your blood pressure, to have better mental clarity and focus. Creating a lasting journaling practice will take some effort and time, especially at first. There will be days when you won't feel like writing. But if you stick with it, the investment you put into it will pay you back many times over. When you journal, you benefit by being able to process your emotions, work through problems, overcome obstacles, celebrate victories, build your own self-esteem and resilience, find ways when you're feeling lost, strengthen relationships, and improve your overall health, healing, and happiness. So how do you get started with journaling? The amazing thing about journaling is how easy and accessible it is. It's available 24/7. And you already have the tools you need to get started. You don't need any fancy equipment or apps. You just need a blank notebook, a pen, and some time. The biggest hurdle to getting started with journaling is making the decision to do it. Once you do that and commit to follow through, you'll find that the writing part gets easier and easier and easier as you make it a part of your daily health routine. Here are 10 tips to help you kickstart your journaling practice. 1, buy a new notebook that's just for journaling. This could be a plain sketchbook or a leather-bound diary, or it could be a composition notebook that we had as kids. Find something that you like and look forward to writing in. Keep it in a specific place along with your favorite pen and use it only for your journaling time. Resist the urge to use it for shopping lists or phone messages or any other purposes. Second tip is start small. Set manageable and easily achievable goals as you start journaling. Tell yourself you'll write for at least 5 minutes or 1 paragraph, something that isn't too intimidating. When you reach that milestone, give yourself a pat on the back. And if you want to keep writing, go for it. and feel great about going above and beyond your goal. 3, journal at the same time each day. Aim to write every day, even if it's only for a few minutes or a few words. Make it into a habit by associating it with something you do at the same time each day. For example, as soon as you wake up, before you take a shower, or as you're waiting for the tea kettle to boil for your afternoon cup, or right after you brush your teeth at night before you climb into bed. Try stream of consciousness writing. If you don't know what to write about, start jotting down anything and everything that comes to mind. Don't worry about making sense. Just keep your pen moving and let the messy thoughts and feelings out on the page. 5, find small moments. If you are struggling to find a good time to journal, try to write a few lines when you have a short break in your day. For example, while you are in the waiting room at the doctor's office, or even during commercial breaks, your favorite TV show. Take advantage of these quick journaling opportunities. 6, give yourself a break when you're not perfect. As you find your journaling rhythm and style, you'll probably have some fits and starts with writing. You may have days or weeks where you're in the groove and meeting your journaling goals easily. Then you may have other times when you don't pick up your journal for long stretches of time. Don't beat yourself up about it, and don't give up journaling. This is normal when you're developing a new habit. If you go through writing a dry spell, just start up again when you can. 7, pick a theme. You might find that journaling is easier when you give yourself more structured topics to write about. On days when you don't know what you want to write about, choose a theme, a word, or a feeling to explore. Journal about gratitude, grief, family, birds. Free write without centering yourself on whichever topic you choose. 8, use journaling prompts. Journaling prompts are helpful to keep you engaged, spark your creativity, and get you to think about questions or ideas you might not otherwise consider. 9, avoid distractions. It's hard to focus on writing when other things are competing for your attention. The computer, a house full of people, a long list of chores. Do your best to make journaling peaceful and uninterrupted. 10, cheer yourself on. Celebrate each step you make in your journaling journey. Give yourself credit for every time you sit down to write, and go back and read old entries to see how far you've come. So finally, as I finish this part of the presentation, I have a couple of questions for you. Are you ready to transform your life with journaling? Start by asking yourself these questions. In which areas of my life am I most satisfied and fulfilled? In which areas do I struggle the most? What is the most challenging part of caregiving? What is the most rewarding? How do I want to grow or change? And where do I want to go from here? So that's the end of part 1, the what and why of journaling. I'll take any questions you might have.
Do you find that journaling is a wonderful way of keeping track of memories for later on?
Oh, definitely. And I think that goes into, when you, whenever you do your daily journaling, to write down things that, oh, wow, yeah, that happened today, or, boy, I got to make a note of that I bought a new gorgeous pair of sneakers or whatever. So I think that's absolutely great. And then that way, and even you can make it, put it in a certain part of your journal and just make a list so that, when you're bummed out or having a bad day or whatever, you can just turn and say, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. So I think that's an excellent idea. It's interesting because I have a journal that I keep downstairs. It's a real, a real journal. It's purple and leather and all that kind of stuff. And that's exactly what I keep that for, just making notes of, good, positive things. So like sometimes I open it up, arbitrarily, and I say, oh yeah, back on June 26th, I went to the recording studio and put down, the best track I ever did. So I agree with that. So I think that's a fantastic idea.